I am back with the video. I'm going to be speaking about spiritual tips to have the inner discipline to better ourselves. Okay, this is an eye-opening message right here that I have to speak about, because as far as inner discipline to better ourselves, with spiritual tips I'll give, the worldly people out here never teaching you discipline properly. They don't. But me, I'll go speak about this. The reason why I speak about this, because it's through my heart and passion, okay? What I believe that needs to be, okay? The world doesn't teach what discipline is. All the world does is false doctrine. That's it. Okay? Now, anyways, I'll go have that as a part one, okay? Mostly about for the children, also for the teenagers. And let's get into that. Number one, you need to have Kung Fu parents. Okay? Or need to be Kung Fu parents. Okay? Or people about to have your children one day. You need to have Kung Fu parents. The reason why I'm saying Kung Fu parents is I don't talk about Kung Fu as a martial arts. I'm talking about Kung Fu as inner discipline to better ourselves. That Kung Fu guy named Confucius, his Latin name is Kung Fu Tzu. Okay? And as a Kung Fu parents, we need to whip your kids and put your kids in check. Okay? More you do that, you'll stretch them out. More you do it, you'll shape them up. Okay? As more you shape them up, and guess what? They end up not doing this stuff again. At least they're aware of that. They have conscious about it. That I will not go do this. It's like, I don't know how I'm going to do this. That unless they'll do this nonsense stuff. Because this is spiritual discipline I'm talking about. Okay? This is spiritual discipline. What a spiritual discipline do is like whip them, keep the kids in check, whip them with a belt, whip them with, spank them with your hand. Whatever you have to do to put your kids in check. Now, if you adopted parents, if you adopt your own children, you can't spank your kids because they've been abused and stuff. I get it. But discipline them the best way you can. Okay? And I could see parents out here doing very good job disciplining their kids, raise the kids right, and when they come to my class, they're good kids. That makes me very happy that I work with them, that enjoy my day, you know, because this is what it needs to be. Discipline your kids, spank your kids, whip your kids. That way kids won't have that in the future. Okay? That's why. And there's kids out here could be autistic, okay? Let's keep it real. They could be autistic. But if the kids go out of line, like being defiant, tell them not to go there, but they go there anyways, they don't listen, all the stuff that will embarrass you, they end up spanking their kids because of that. And he's aware that he ain't gonna do the stuff ever again. That's what it takes. He don't listen till you spank him. That's what it is. He begged for spanking. They ain't listen. That's what it is. Kids are begging to get spanking. Spank. Kids are begged to get whipping. That showed him not to do stuff ever again. He might be scared to do that, okay? There's parents out here trying so hard to discipline their kids and stuff, but yet they're still defiant. I don't know what's going on with that, but something's not right. But I give them credit that they try hard, okay? There's kids out here are not fully developed, but yet, and I give parents credit for being on board, always be on board, and also get the kids to straighten them out. It's what it takes. Because parents are on their kids, man. That's why kids become so good later. That's why he's the most strongest perseverance ever. Yeah, there's certain kids out here, pretty little, 6 years old. He could be pretty bratty, okay, but he, like, the mom is on him all the time. And I give mom a credit, okay? I truly give her a credit. Thumbs up big right here, okay? And then, so always I like to praise that, you know? Want to praise that because that's the right thing to do, okay? And mom always on them. Always on them. And he will be good. And that's why he's the most strongest perseverance kids out here. He could be the most brat. He could be pretty bratty. But he could be pretty silly. But he is the most strongest perseverance kids out here. That I truly give that, man. I really am. And the mom did an excellent job doing that. Maybe she might whip him, I'm not sure. But she always on him, as far as I know. Which is, she did a good job with that, okay? She did a good job with that, okay? And he really likes martial arts, you know, always do. You know, that's what truly takes, man. Discipline your kids, keep them kids in check. Now, if you look at kids, they're like I said in the video, you could be cute at 5. If you discipline them, they're going to be cute when they're 15 and older. Because it has to be the outside and the inside. Cute. Okay? Now I see good kids out here are cute. That they're going to be cute when they get older. They're going to be cute when they're 15. Okay? And there are people out here are cute, but yet spoiled rotten brat. A teenager become cute, but very ugly in the inside. That is a red flag of parents that have lack of discipline on kids, okay? And parents don't believe and spank their kids. You're not a kung fu parent, okay? You're not a kung fu parent. You are just a typical kid. Parents who are rich and don't believe in that. Me, I'm truly believe in spank my own kids when I have my own kids. Because I don't let my kids cross my line, cross the line. Okay? Now, once the kid's teenage stage, in Asia, you whip teenagers, you know? Like happened to Bruce Lee for fighting too many times as a teenager. Street fight many times. Okay? Like example, my father was on me a lot as a teenager, you know? That's what it takes. I keep him check. What else there? Something is valuable. Do you know? I see some teenagers out here are disciplined. Reason why is mom is very nice people, parents are very nice people, but yet, man, she don't play around this nonsense. It's a strong parent right there. And I'm truly praise that parent. And they're the kung fu parents out here too, hands down. Yeah. And I'm truly praise that. When I look at teenagers like that, that reminds me of myself. I'm like that when I was a teenager. You know? discipline. He reminds me of myself. Okay? And another thing too, I see black man not too long ago, black father, you know, he had a 17-year-old son, disrespect teachers, cutting class, ditching schools. And he thinks, oh, he's a badass. Okay? And all of a sudden, he come out there and he have him put the boxing gloves on. I'm talking about boxing family. Boxing dads too. Put the gloves on, beat their kids. Reason why I do the boxing, because number one, if you whip your kids with a belt, it does not work, and you have no opportunity to hit back, or fight back, and let the aggression out, have that hidden aggression to let out. Okay? And if and not if his father did is so cool is he boxes son. He gives son a chance to hit right back. And I give that. But yet, at the very end, he's so done, end up crying. And these brothers out here don't play like that. Once you disrespect teachers, how to deal with that when you go home, get home. By boxing, give a bloody nose, and yet taught him a hard lesson. He learned a lesson that later he ended up chilling at senior year in high school, and taught him a lesson. He become straighten him out. But you know what sadly is? Dad go to jail for that because it's a child abuse. Ain't no child abuse. You all make me sick. Ain't no child abuse. It's discipline. It's what we do. Okay? If you're a martial artist, you could do it, but don't do it in boxing unless you're very versatile with that. If you are martial arts, real martial arts, I'm talking about real martial arts. If your kids act up as a teenager, like disrespect teacher, this and that, give them a whooping, give them like sparring, give them a chance to hit back. Then, but yet, hit him back, and beat him down. Not too hard, not too much, but enough like he can't handle it, and you can make a decision to stop the fight, you know, as a dad. That's what it takes to put the kids in check. If your kid's a bully at school, you have to do this stuff too. You're in the spot with me to give them opportunity to be a bully on me, on your dad. All right? And if your kids are a gangster, spar with him. Give him a chance to hit back. Until later he become a wimp. That he ain't gonna be tough after all. He ain't gonna be like a gangster mentality after all. He ain't gonna be bully after all. That's what it takes to keep your kids in check. Another thing that makes me sick is child abuse. I can't stand it, man. I got kids out here who act like punks at maybe 10 right now. Okay, when they're a teenager, man, what I have to do, I'm gonna spar him, I gonna hurt him to teach him a lesson. But yet, I gotta give him an opportunity to hit back on me. But at the same time, I will beat him down. Not too much, but enough like he can't handle it anymore. Tell him, go wash up, man. And then later, correct his behavior. Cuss him out. I will cuss him out too. These kids who are a 10-year-old student, man, acting like that, or want to be a gangster, just had no choice but beat him down. Teach him a lesson. Because more he could be able to do it, he ain't gonna be doing stuff no more. He gets straightened him out, he end up chilling later. That's what it truly takes to do. Discipline your kids like that. Another thing too, if a bad kid wants to be a cop, just really tell him, okay? Anyways, that is just a spiritual way to discipline your kids. I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, you gotta have that spiritual discipline by keep your kids in check. Kids, or your kids become teenagers. Keep your kids in check. Okay? That's what Kung Fu Parents does. Do by spank. If parents don't believe in spanking, feel free to don't believe in that. But yet, as soon as you see kids are really bad like that and spoiled rotten and become very ugly at 15, you gotta go nuts. That means you could have believed me from the very begin with. Okay? What's up? So always believe in spank your own kid, man, okay? Always believe in teach that teenage kid a hard lesson to get them to listen to you. That's what I have to do. Okay? Now, second thing is get them out of that system. As for children, especially for children, get them out of that system. Let's say if they don't have to be martial arts, okay? Get them out of the system. Let them run around, go on the swing sets, monkey bars, slides, play kickball, play tag, hide and seek, laser challenge, Nerf wars, whatever it takes to have fun. Do what you can have fun to do, okay? Get them out of that system. Keep them active, okay? That is another way to spiritually discipline your kids, by keep them active. Because I see kids out here are lazy because they're not active. There are some kids out here come to class being so lazy, and that turned me off. Okay? And they get bored too quickly. Just gotta get out of your butt and be active. And move around. Do something. Run around. Get out of your system. So you won't be that bored. You know? But yet, sad thing is, they're lazy. See, they do lazy stuff because something's inactive to do. A lot of play video games. That's what the majority of society do, is playing video games. iPad. All those nonsense. And you're not going to teach your kids to be spiritual with that. That's why a lot of them are lazy. A lot of them don't get it. Okay? They have a hard time understanding what we try to do. So, keep your kids active. Okay? Especially teenagers. Teenagers, when they come playing video games, it gets worse. That time they drink Monster and stuff. Now, if you stop the kids from playing video game, get off their butts, go outside, do something. When they become a teenager, they're not going to be an overdose video game player, like drinking energy drinks and play video games to death. Okay? It's not healthy. That's not a spiritual way to do. It doesn't give them no sense of reality. Seriously. That's what they do. Get iPad, video games. Michael Jordan tennis shoes, all this nonsense. But yet, they're not ready for reality. They're not. Therefore, get your kids outside, run around. Something better to do. So your kids not go get bored. And if your kids are very, very tired, and please, he'll have a good night's sleep anyways. Okay, good night's sleep we need. Okay, another thing too we could do, something cool. Now, number 3 is make the kids beg for something. That's something very productive, something beautiful. There's something that they know that they're gonna have discipline to do. Okay, this is spiritual things there too. Spiritual common sense. Okay, as a parent. Now, we don't want to force children to martial arts early. Okay, we don't want to do that. If do, and then they end up backfiring, that they don't want to do stuff no more because they get bored of it. They get out of that system of that. If they wait a little bit more, and let's say they beg for martial arts, that's what happened. They beg for it, and then they like it ever since, then they get less likely to get bored with that. Make the kids beg for it. And when I open up my martial arts school, I'm going to be teaching kids class 3 days a week. Okay? I will. Also, I will do what I enjoy. I do what I love with that. Bye. Have to train 3 days a week. And make the kids beg for it. 3 days a week's plenty. No more than that. Okay? If you have kids 3 days a week, chances are less bored, more exciting, more wherever. Always make the kids beg for it. If you force the kids on things, like martial arts and stuff they don't want to do, they just want to play, let them play around. Let them go outside and get them out of that system. That's what number 2 is. Let them go outside, play around. Before get into, make the kids want, like martial arts. If they want to do martial arts, do it. Let them do it. If they want to play soccer, do it. If they want to play football, do it. If they want to play baseball, let them do it.
How you doing?
Good. Yeah, so best is once again, you make the kids beg for it. More kids will beg for it and liking it, chances are they're less likely to quit. Okay? And want to make sure, for children especially, don't overdose in martial arts. Even teenagers, do not overdose in martial arts. If you do overdose in martial arts, and guess what? They get less exciting, that they get burned out too quickly, they go and quit. They're the most talented people out here, but yet, if you overdose that, then they gonna be quitting, okay? Because it gets bored after all. And want to make sure, once again, make the kids beg for the martial arts, okay? That's what I have to do. Even teenagers, man. There's some teenagers are really beg for it. And let's end this video right there. Okay, this is about it. This is mostly the children and the teenagers, because this is very spiritual discipline that I'm speaking about, as for the parent need to do. Once again, 1, be a kung fu parent by discipline your kids and beyond your kids, and get on board with your kids. Okay. keep your kids in check. And number 2, make sure to get him off their butts. Go outside, run around, swing set, monkey set, wherever that is, and get them out of that system. And train them to be active. And get them off video games, except for earning rights. Get them off iPads, iPhones, unless they earn rights to do. If they earn rights, is one thing. To overdose is a huge problem. Once you get to teenager, it's a problem. And then second thing you need is make the kids beg for it. And if you force children on things that they don't want to do because they've been forced to do, also a bunch of times the parents' idea, and guess what? Kids end up backfiring. They don't want to do stuff no more. They want to do something else where they're so disciplined and passionate of. Okay? So, once again, okay, these are spiritual discipline tips you need. And lastly, too, as a parent, you know, you got to discipline your kids, right? But at the same time, you have to give them things that will be good for the kids. Good for the kids, you know what I'm saying? I know parents out here been disciplining their kids, but yes, at the same time, do something that's good for the kids too, okay? Because kids deserve fun, man. You know what I'm saying? They do. And I wonder why parents who try hard discipline their kids, but yet kids are so defiant because they may not do something that kids are not have fun for, you know, something like that, or something good for kids. So we need a balance of that. So, like, we need to spoil every now and then. You know what I'm saying? We need spoiled every now and then. Okay? Remember, when I say about spiritual discipline, that I don't say, okay, it has to do with martial arts, has to do with lifestyle. And once again, here we go. All top 3 spiritual tips of the spiritual tips. How to inner discipline to better themselves for kids and teenagers. Okay? If you do all 3 of those, rest of that gonna be fun. So I'm gonna be in a video part 2. Okay? I will be out now later.